from what you've told me, and you've always been very honest with me. I've known you now for 40 years. I think you got nervous when you played.
Not when I played before.
Before, yeah.
I have the god-awful nervous stomach since the age of 7. But when I sat down, that always
You're fine.
me.
Yeah.
It just before performances up to the very last, like it's been said about Casals and been said
everybody.
Rostropovich had to be pushed on stage. I never had to be pushed because I was waiting, for God's sake, let me get on, because then it's okay.
Yeah. But people don't understand that. They can't imagine that a Janos Starker could actually feel nervous. You know,
I call it the responsibility. I was not afraid of not being able to play or something, or that's it. But it was simply the responsibility that now I have to go and concentrate and do the best I can. But I always speak about the fact that the problem is only if you get on stage and you still shake.
Yeah.
That needs a very drastic kind of approach to overcome it.
Do you have thoughts about that? What
do
you advise?
There were sometimes people who I asked the shaking business. Because there was one of the worst example was a young man at the time when I was in Chicago who came to play for me, and he had the god-awfulest shake. Not right and shaking. And then one day he comes and asked my help because he was going to audition for the Philadelphia Orchestra. And of course, that's another side of the story, that was Ormandy who hated my guts. So I said, first, don't ever mention that you ever played for me. And the second thing is that whenever you play, keep moving like the wind blows you, because that's the only what Ormandy insisted on, the body motions. And if they didn't, then I even wrote about it in my book that they thought that they are not cooperating or something. He got into the orchestra.
Wow.
And I gave him stupid sounding exercises to lift up a chair with one hand. I used to do that myself when I was still very strong. And it helped to stop the shaking for a while.
Why?
Not an armchair or something.
Yes, but why does that help?
Because it distributes the muscle tension.
I see.
Because the shaking always comes that somewhere in the body there is an excess tension.
Yeah.
And that's whether it's in the stomach, because that starts shaking.
I see.
And if you distribute it evenly, then it sticks.